number 32, Miswak. As-siwaku mitharatun lil fam wa matharatun lil fam marwadatun li rabb. They've been both ways. Mathara, mithara. So, siwaku matharatun lil fami marwadatun li rabbi. The miswak, toothstick, purifies the mouth and pleases the Lord. So, every one of us, we should have miswak. I always say we should have a miswak in our bathroom, in our pockets, in our place of work. So, always we perform miswak. Commentary. The Holy Prophet ﷺ constantly used the miswak and commanded us to regularly make use of it. Sayyidunā Anas relates that the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, I have very much stressed upon you about the miswak. In other words, I have explained to you the importance of the miswak and its usage. Sayyidah Āishah radiallahu ta'ala anha was asked, what was the first thing that the Holy Prophet ﷺ did when entering his house? She replied, he used to do miswak. That's the first thing. So these are the sunnahs that we need to get into our lives. Constant usage. A person, what was the last thing the Prophet ﷺ did in his life? Subhanallah. Sayyidah Āishah radiallahu ta'ala says the Prophet ﷺ was on his last moments of his life. My brother Abdul Rahman, he came, he had a miswak in his hand. The Prophet ﷺ, he indicated, gestured towards me to get the miswak. So I took the miswak and I softened the miswak by biting with my teeth and making it soft for him. And then, subhanallah, I gave it to the Prophet ﷺ. And he was performing miswak at that time, whilst doing the miswak, still the miswak was in his mouth. He read the words, Allahumma bil rafiqil a'la. Allah with the highest of all companion. And he left the world. Last thing, before he left the world. And today, we don't want to do miswak. Even the medical experts now, the science and all the scientists, they have discovered that this is the best toothbrush in the world. The magical toothbrush, they call it. Subhanallah. People have written books and books just on the virtues of miswak. People have written up to 70 different benefits, fawaid, virtues, benefits of miswak. So, when entering the house, the Prophet ﷺ used to use the miswak. Why? Subhanallah, he was very careful about oral hygiene. That now I'm going to, two things he used to do when he used to enter the house. One was salam, the other one was miswak. Salam by sending peace and salutations, and also by miswak, because he's going to have his wife coming, they're going to meet. So he used to be very careful about oral hygiene to make sure. Obviously, subhanallah, without a doubt, the Prophet ﷺ, his fragrance of his mouth, whether he did miswak or not, it was the best of all fragrance. But subhanallah, the Prophet ﷺ did this to stress and emphasize to the Muslim ummah, to us, that, oh my ummah, please perform miswak. And that will keep your husband-wife relationship strong as well. He recommended times for the usage of miswak. Number one, for the recitation of the Holy Quran. So when we do wuzu, we do the miswak, and even if you have wuzu, we should do miswak just before reciting, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that person who uses the miswak. Number two, for the studying of hadith. Like today when I was thinking, in the morning I did especially miswak, keeping in mind that I'm going to be teaching the hadith. So we need to always, when we go back, we need to get that habit for studying the hadith. Number three, when the mouth emits an odor, smell. So even like after some time, you don't need to be thinking, I have to do it wuzu time. If you think that the smell is coming out of the mouth, then keep a miswak in your pocket and use the toothstick, the miswak, and use it. For teaching deen, so whatever Islamic studies, Islamic lessons, you use the miswak. Number five, for doing dhikrullah, dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do miswak for that. After entering one's home, we just mentioned the Prophet ﷺ used to always do the same. Number seven, before attending a gathering, because you're going to meet a lot of people, you don't want to be offending anybody, you don't want to sort of cause any kind of inconvenience to somebody, because many a times the smell, obviously we need to keep in mind, some might not say something out of respect, but we need to be careful. That's what the scholars have mentioned. If a person, he has natural smell on his body, then he should not come to the masjid. He should read his salah at home. He'll get the same reward as reading in Jamaat. So we should not inconvenience anybody. So smelly socks, person who has just smoked, and basically a person who has taken any other things which has smell, offensive smell, like in the hadith he mentioned about garlic and onions. So he says, Man akala min hadhihi shajaratil muntina fala yaqrabunna masjidana. The person who's eaten from this and he sort of smelly tree, and so a person should not come near to our masjid. So all these have been mentioned. Why? So we don't inconvenience, we don't cause any kind of interruption, we don't cause any kind of problems to the people. So when experiencing hunger or thirst, a person should do miswak at that time. After the signs of death are clear, like the Prophet ﷺ did miswak the last time before he left this world. Before and after meals, even before meals and after meals, we should do miswak. Number 11, before sleeping, whether in the day or night, miswak at that time. Number 12, upon awakening, we should do miswak. Some benefits of miswak. Miswak removes bad smell and creates fragrance in the mouth. That's what the hadith says. As-siwaku matharatun lil fam. He purifies the mouth. Number 2, miswak sharpens the memory. We're always complaining about weak memory. So all our students who are studying college, university, or becoming a hafiz or alim, trying to memorize, so miswak, always do miswak. Our memory is so weak. So this is the secret behind it. Do a lot of miswak. Number 3, miswak is a cure for illnesses. So many people, like all these cancer of the throat and cancer of oral cancer and things like that, person who does miswak, the scientist and the medical expert, they have found that a person who does miswak regularly will be safeguarded from those cancers as well. Number 4, miswak strengthens the gum and prevents tooth decay. Subhanallah. So a person who uses miswak, he won't have any tooth problems. Number 5, miswak is a cure for headache, because that has a connection, teeth and the head. So if a person uses the miswak, inshallah ta'ala, it will safeguard himself and it will save him from headaches. Number 6, miswak strengthens the eyesight. So these have been medically also confirmed as well, many of these things. Number 7, miswak assists in digestion. You eaten so much, so basically perform the miswak, it will help. Number 8, miswak creates luster, nur on the face of the one who continuously uses it. So you see our pious people, subhanallah, there's always that divine kind of nur, that light on the face. Number 9, the reward of salah is multiplied 70 times the miswak was used before it. Salatum bis siwaki afdalu min 70 salatum bi ghayri siwak. Subhanallah. Number 10, the greatest benefit of using miswak is gaining the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because we get the pleasure of Allah, like he said, mardatun li rabb. In the hadith he mentions 2 benefits. One, the worldly benefits, purifies the mouth, and the second one is the benefit of the akhirah, pleases the Lord. And lastly, 11th, it will insha'Allah remind the person the kalima shahada before he dies. This is what we need. That's what we always say, Allahumma ja'ala akhira kalamina min ad-dunya, la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Allah, make our last words in this world, la ilaha illallah. And this miswak will remind us. So my brothers and sisters, this miswak is a sunnah for both brothers and sisters. We should have miswak in our pockets, in our workplace, in our bathrooms, wherever we are, we need to have miswak when we're traveling. This is one of the essential things of the Prophet ﷺ, and he usually having miswak with him all the time.